What is up, guys, and welcome back to week 8 of the MBL. I am T-Man of Team Drinking Birds. I'm here with the lovely Joshua Lorsi.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, so we got a pretty cool match against Blue Hunnitz this week. This is a really threatening team with a really awesome G.Yee and Shofu the Beatdown. So, coming off a really big win last week off of We Disney, I think it's a match that not a lot of people expected them to win. So, definitely a team that is probably on the up and coming. So, definitely don't want to underestimate them, especially with how powerful the team is to have the really threatening team that I'm going to show on screen here. If Tapu Lele, Rotom, Heat, Hippowdon, Kyurem, Togetic, Mega Steelix, Electivire, Mega Sharpedo, Deoxys, and Oranguru. So I know we were talking about this before, but they just have both modes that are just like so threatening to us: the really fast Psychic mode and the really slow Trick Room mode.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary team, and two really scary modes actually. With the Lele and Deoxys, they have so much offensive pressure, and Deoxys being able to hit hard with the Psycho boost in the Psychic terrain. It's hard to like move around against stuff like that. Thank God we have Metagross that resists stuff like that, but like the remaining like month on our team, it's not gonna do too well. So this week we started with the Blastoise, correct, and we wanted to do the Follow Me just to help with stuff like that. Where you guys know the Blastoise. That's the Wiki Berry Follow Me variant that we've been using for a while. It's been doing great, and I think against this matchup, like it'll help the other side do a lot of things, such as like the Lander, the Fairmosa, and the Metagross. I think Blastoise potentially will be like probably game changing. Allowing Landorus to get off the Rocky MZ or Earthquake or whatever the case may be, or for Fairmosa, starting and revving up with the Beast Boost, Speed Boost. I think we're doing this week, no,
Yeah.
and helping against the Sharpedo with that and stuff like that. I'm just in love with Blastoise. There's nothing more to say. I don't know if Tommy wanted to add anything specific with the spread, but
Yeah. The whatchamacallit? It lives a wild charge from Electivire, which is just kind of like a side fact. The main thing that the spread does is it's able to take a Psycho boost from Deoxys in Psychic terrain. So, like, one of the probably the most threatening thing on their team is that Deoxys in the terrain. So, if we're able to take a hit with a Blastoise and like get the damage that we need onto, I think that'll be absolutely huge. We can take it as long as it's not a boosting item. I'm expecting a Focus Sash this week just because we do have our own Pheromosa. And, Pheromosa can just like U-turn off the Deoxys if they don't have a Focus Sash. So I'd expect them to probably be carrying Focus Sash this week, which means that without a boosting item, we should be able to take at least one Psycho boost in terrain. So Blastoise being able to eat that, then eat its berry, and then potentially take something like a Psychic from the Lele is pretty huge.
yeah,
Landorus, yeah. Um,
yeah. I don't know where to start. I mean, I do like the item choice that Tommy chose this week because they do have the Rotom Heat, which is a problem for like our whole like team that we're bringing here. The Earthquake Stone Edge Superpower Rock MZ variant is pretty good. I believe this week. I don't know, Tommy. How do you feel about it?
the big thing is that they have not only the Rotom Heat, but we can also use it for the Kyurem if we really want to, like if we get in that situation. Um,
Oh
I
yeah, that's true.
I think Intimidate is huge for their slow mode, the Mega Steelix and the Hippowdon. So we're able to get Intimidates off on that, and against the Steelix we can fire off Earthquakes. I don't necessarily think we need Tectonic Rage. I don't think it's as important as something like Stone Edge, like the Z Stone Edge for Rotom, because Rotom really kind of just tears through a good portion of our team. We really can't do that much damage back to it, whereas the Steelix, we can kind of just attack with special attacks from Venusaur, from Metagross this week, from Blastoise, as well as hitting it on the physical side pretty hard with stuff like Flare Blitz and Low Kick from Formosa and Darmanitan.
Yes. Um, Third one, Darmanitan, you guys' favorite boy here with the Choice Scarf. Something new that we've been running this week. I don't know. I don't think we ever used Choice Scarf, Choice Scarf Darmanitan before, sarcastically speaking. But yeah, Flare Blitz, U-turn, Rock Slide, Superpower. I mean, you guys know the drill. Darm is just cleanup boy. It's damage with the choice scarf ability, allowing us to outspeed like crucial threats such as the it's not coming to me. Deoxys.
Yes.
I think that's the most important thing, right? That's scary. That's faster than like basically our whole team barring the Pheromosa.
Yeah, it was just mainly the Deoxys, and then if they were for whatever reason to be running, say, a modest Scarf Lele this week, we'd be
Yeah.
able to outspeed that and Flare Blitz it for a knockout. If they are timid, which if they were going to go Scarf this week, that's what I assume. I'd assume timid Scarf just to outspeed Pheromosa. And if they were timid Scarf, then we can also the spread takes a Psychic. So it really just covers for both options. Flare Blitz just hits super hard. Otherwise, U-turn is just really, really great for the matchup, being able to bounce off, get into better spots, maybe get Venusaur in some decent spots, as well as, Rock Slide being able to hit some pretty important Mon super effectively. So just an overall strong Mon for the matchup, and I think that Scarf is just still the best way to run it for the team. I think it fits the best.
Our fourth Mon is the Pheromosa rocking a new item. Last week we didn't run an item. I wonder why. We are running the Focus Sash. I think we've used this before. I
Oh, we
think
used
this
the
is
first 2 weeks, and then we after week 1 and 2, we kind of stopped and we started running Z moves once people were kind of oh yeah, they're gonna run Focus Sash again, so we can kind of just expect Focus Sash, and then we were no man, Z moves, and just started laying the smackdown.
yeah. So with the move set, we have the U-turn, poison jab, low kick, and protect. Pretty standard EV spread there as well. Just timid. Sorry again. Jolly. Um, I think Sash is really good in this matchup, just because if they have those potentially random Scarf Mons, we could still do damage and still live an attack. You know, if they think that we're probably just running the Z move on Pheromosa, that'll also be good for us. By single target attacks, and not doubling up with Pheromosa and stuff like that. I don't know.
um,
I
I
I
think
think.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, one of the main things though is that whatever Smart Mad at Game Freak decided to make this thing 1 point faster than Deoxys, which is huge for this matchup.
Yeah.
Getting the 1 speed point on Deoxys means that we're able to outspeed it and go for the U-turn on it, go for the knockout there, or at least bring it down to its Focus Sash, and then maybe switch into something safer like Metagross. So it's just an overall really, really, really important Mon for the matchup. The Deoxys Lele mode is very, very hard answered by both our Pheromosa and the Metagross. We just need to get them in at the right time without taking too much damage, and we should be in a pretty good spot. Pheromosa with a Focus Sash in front of those two feels fine. It can just start firing off Poison Jab and U-turns and feel like it's in a really nice position. We can also just get Darmanitan and Pheromosa on the field at the same time, and that combination is also a complete non-threat. So
The fifth Mon that we have on our team will be the Venusaur rocking, the Venusaurite ability Overgrow, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, and Protect. A pretty special. We're using Spinef Venusaur this. And the moveset is pretty standard. Sleep Powder, you guys know the drill with that. It can help us, it can benefit us, and it can also allow us to come back from turns and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to break it down a little bit more.
Yeah, you actually cut out a little bit there, but that's fine. Yeah, for the most part, what you were trying to say, the same thing. It's just it loses to the Pheromosa and the Lele, or the Lele and the Deoxys rather, and we're able to just go for Sleep Powders and Sludge Bombs and Giga Drains once we deal with those two, since the slower portion of the team doesn't necessarily like dealing with Venusaur so much. So if we're able to deal with the two Psychic types, I think we'll be in an okay spot.
Yeah. The sixth Mon,
My baby.
I think will potentially be the best one in this matchup is the Metagross, rocking the Choice Specs. The ability is Clear Body with the Flash Cannon, Grass Knot, Psychic, and Hidden Power Fighting. Tommy, take it away, please.
So, the main reason why I wanted to run Choice Specs Metagross this week is because, their entire, slow portion of their team, the Steelix and the Hippowdon, they can hit the Metagross really, really hard, But if we're able to maybe catch them off guard, get an Intimidate off onto them, so Metagross lives some hits, we can just go for Grass Knot into the Hippowdon, which has a very, very good chance to pick up a knockout there, as well as being able to potentially 2-hit KO the Mega Steelix. So the combination of those two things are like a very clear reason why I wanted to run it this week. The only other set I really could have ran that we could have ran that would have led us to a KO the Steelix would be a physical set with either, I think, Choice Band or Fightinium Z. But Choice Band made us lock into Hammer Arm, which is only really good in Trick Room against the Steelix, and it can miss, and I thought that was less reliable than Grass Knot, since Metagross actually has a decently usable base special attack. It's 95, which in my book is definitely fine. It's usable, so we'll be able to do that. You don't need to have physical moves to beat down the Lele and the Deoxys. We can just hit them with Flash Cannon and still do the damage that we need to get through that mode with the Metagross. The only other the reason I'd want to run physical is for Bullet Punch, which we really can't abuse in psychic terrain anyways. So I think Metagross can potentially have a really, really big game this week if we get in the right spot.
I feel the same way, Tom. And now it's time to showcase the dumpster mons that we're probably not bringing. Sorry. These are the prom night dumpster babies that we won't be bringing to the dance this week. We have the Ninetales rocking the Fire Z, the ability drive. We have the Overheat Hypnosis Flame Charge for attack. Pretty standard EV spread. I mean, there's not much to say. We have big potential damage output with the Overheat and the Fire Z there. Flame Charge to get that speed boost, and Hypnosis to get those turns back. I highly doubt we're going to bring it in the matchup, but if we do, the only way we're bringing it in the matchup is if we really need it. And I think with the 6 mons that we have above, we should be fine.
They'd have to not bring Trick Room, which would mean that we'd be able to deal with all the things that we want to Inferno Overdrive, because we want to deal with all those things out of Trick Room. So if they would did not bring a Rangaroo, then we consider it, but for the most part, it's probably staying on the bench, and I think that's even more true for Oricorio.
Our boy Oricorio has not been into any of the dances so far. I feel bad for the boy, but that's still our fake logo. And I don't know, there's not much. Oricorio is pretty good at what it does, basically. Team preview, I guess, if you could say that. It has cool pictures. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You like its sprite, Josh?
Yeah, I like the sprite.
I think the big thing about Oricorio is every time we want to bring Ori, it's not that Ori's bad. It's that we need Mosa to be doing other things. Like this week, we need Poison Jab so that we can hit the Lele. We could be running special stuff for the Deoxys, but also we have a physical option in Low Kick for a majority of their team, whereas if we wanted to run special for Pheromosa, we'd be running Focus Blast, which isn't reliable. So I think that Pheromosa being one of the most important mods in this matchup because of the threat of Lele Deoxys, I don't think we can run Quiver Dance, which means that Oricorio is kind of useless because we need Pheromosa to make Oricorio function, and it just doesn't work here. But that doesn't mean that we won't keep trying to use it in future weeks. I think I pinpointed a few situations down the line where Oricorio might be good, might be bad, but we'll see. We'll keep trying to fit it into lineups, and if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, then oh well. Just keep taking W's and see where we go from there.
Yeah, I believe we are. I think we're 6-1.
Yeah, we're 6-1.
So we're trying to push and get that bye. Trying to avoid any type of competition. We're also trying to focus on other things within the MBL that we're not going to disclose right now. But yeah, pretty sure that's it.
Yep, that's really it for me. I think this will be a really, really fun match, and I think we're kind of getting into our groove now. We're running these, we're running our standard sets, our comfortable sets, but we're also taking some risks on stuff like the Metagross. So being able to do that, I think, is really, really cool. Just find our groove here in the MBL and see how we like to play.
Yes. I think that's it for me. Thank you guys for being great support. For Tommy and I. We've been doing well, I think, for the most part, and clinching the playoffs is actually pretty cool. And we'll try to win this whole thing for you guys, for our fans out there. If
Yep.
we win the whole thing, I will make a 30-minute video on why we are Team Drinking Birds, why the name is Team Drinking Birds. How about that? There we go.
Yeah.
So,
If we only make the playoffs and we don't win, you look at the Spark Notes version. So
yes. And nobody wants the Spark Notes version.
you want to pass that test, boy.
Unless you're like that kid that shows up and doesn't do anything, and yeah, there you go.
Well, shit, that was me.
That was me too. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know. Tommy, close it out.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Battle will be up on Josh's channel. Link down in the description. We are playing G.Yee and Shofu the Beatdown, so leave a link to their channels in the description below as well. MBL stuff down there, and that is it. Wish us luck. We're gonna try and kill it, and yeah, that's it. See you guys.
Goodbye.